Well, the Leafs, they had, you could say, a somewhat busy offseason and a potentially impactful one. So let's talk about it. Here are my thoughts on the Maple Leafs offseason. First, the draft, where the Leafs had a staggering 3 picks. But before people moan, my impression is the Leafs hit on all 3 of these picks. They had specific players in mind and did well by grabbing them where they did. So let's start with the top pick. No, Knies didn't go in the first round as the Leafs waved goodbye to their first when grabbing Foligno. Yes, that one still hurts. But they did potentially steal this kid in the second round. A player who could have went in the first. The Leafs snatched him up with the 57th pick. And you know what? They have made me and hopefully the fan base quite happy. So here's some quick stats and info on him from Editor in Leaf. And then we'll go through their second pick, 153rd overall, Ty Voigt. And Vyacheslav Peksa, who they grabbed at 185th. So let's get right into that. So first up, like I said, 57th overall, Toronto takes Matthew Knies. 6'3", 210-pound left winger from the USHL Tri-City Storm. He had a great season. He played minor hockey in Phoenix. There's a link there between him and Austin Matthews. So he played for Phoenix Junior Coyotes in the Tier 1 Elite Hockey League. 16, he played 25 games, 24 goals, 13 assists, 30 penalty minutes. He then goes to the USHL in his rookie year, 45 points in 44 games, mostly assists, so a little bit different than what he was doing in Phoenix. 14 goals though, so not too bad. And then the year later, so most recently, 44 games, he was again almost a point per game, 17 goals this time, 25 assists for 42 points. Basically, what you get from this, he's a locker room leader. He was named one of the assistant captains in his sophomore season. He's a physical player, wins battles in the corners. His best asset, they say, is his hands. So he has soft hands, can stick handle, and he battles. So imagine Zach Hyman with some softer mitts. It looks like he is going to be a developmental darling for the Leafs. You could really see him going in the first round. He's going to play for the University of Minnesota Gophers in the NCAA this upcoming season. And, some people have fear about college players, how long it'll take them, etc. Owen Powers just went first overall, and he's going back to the NCAA. To be fair, now that NCAA do the whole sponsorship thing and the players can make money off their names, the NCAA is a great route. You get an education as well. You can do the 4 years there. You can develop. The Leafs can see how he does. And you know what? If he wants to leave early, he can. I love this pick. I really do. Next up, 153rd overall, Ty Voigt. So this was their 5th round pick. But they didn't get to see him play this year because the OHL didn't play due to COVID. They say this is a pick of faith by Dubas. But what the scouts saw in Voigt's rookie season, I like it. It's a gamble, but not really. He's a 5th round pick. He's a playmaker. Excellent vision. He played for a crummy team at the time in the Sarnia Sting, but he stood out. And they say he makes difficult passes look easy. Now he's only 5'9", 161 pounds. He's tiny, but there's still room to grow there. And really, nowadays, you don't need to be the biggest guy. And heck, the Leafs just took a 6'3", 200-plus pound forward. You can take a smaller guy here. Again, he's a playmaker anyway. Yes, he's going to be another developmental project, but that's okay. The Leafs are young. They're going to fill their roster like they've been doing with veterans, some low-cap players, and then guys like Robertson, etc., will come up and fill the void if needed. But yeah, this is a great pick for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And then, with their 3rd and last pick in the 2021 NHL entry draft, 185th overall, Vyacheslav Peksa. And do you know what? The Leafs did well here as well. Obviously, they had their eye on this guy to get him in the 6th round. He's 6'2", 163 pounds. But that doesn't matter, does it? No, because he's a goaltender, and that's what the Leafs need. A Russian goaltender. Basically, Peksa was well scouted by the Leafs because John Elkin was in Russia to watch Toronto's 4th-round selection in the 2020 draft, Artur Akhtamyov. But he was there to watch him. Peksa caught his eye. You know what? 17 contests, 2.57 goals against average, 909 save percentage. I like this. You know what? He's going to develop in the KHL, and who knows? Like other goalies from the KHL coming over at 25, 26, he might just be primed and ready to go. Overall, I really like what they did here. I like the pickup. It was good. It was a good play by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Good draft for their 3 picks. So, with the draft cupboard at least somewhat restocked, 3 players, the Leafs then hit free agency to fill out their roster. And I like what they did here. You know, they said goodbye to Freddie, to Jumbo, to Bogosian, to Petan, and other depth pieces. Oh, and Hyman, and McCann, friggin' Seattle. I'll get to that shortly. They re-upped Dermott, Simmons, and Spezza, signed tandem goalie Mrazek, took a flyer on Kase at $1.25 million, got a cheap replacement for Hyman with Ritchie for 2 years, and they added a couple depth AHL/NHL pieces. So first thoughts on expansion. One thing came of this. Hall versus McCann. You say, buy Hall, typically, you would think. And people were kind of upset until you saw the price for a right-handed defenseman to replace, and ouch, wow. Pullman got $2.5 million over 4 years. Still losing McCann plus Hollander plus whoever else at the draft pick to keep Hall is a tough blow. So what are they going to do? Kerfoot at, center, 3rd line? Nope. Looking like he will be left wing on the 2nd line with Tavares and Willie. As the Leafs signed David Kampf from Chicago. His points might not be there, but face-offs, defensive responsibility, the Blackhawks fans love him, so that's saying a lot. So the Leafs do what I thought they would, what I predicted. They fill around the stars and give some kids a chance. Robertson is a bubble again, as is Liljegren. Sandin, he looks like he's going to be in full time. So here are the potential lineups. And I really like it. So Matthews, Marner, Ritchie. Ritchie takes Hyman's spot. Tavares, Nylander, Kerfoot. Kampf, Mikheyev, Bunting. Kase, Spezza, Simmons. Again, if Kase finds his way, maybe he jumps up and Mikheyev goes down to that 4th line. And then you have your bubble player, let's say Robertson and a few others. Defensively, you got Riley and Brody still, Muzzin and Hall still. And then take out Bogosian, and you have Sandin, who was great, and Travis Dermott. I like it. And you have Mrazek, and you have Campbell. Some potentially good lines there. So my final thoughts of it, some tidy work from Dubas with limited cap. Are they better than last year? Maybe, if Ritchie takes a step and Kase's injuries are behind him, and Bunting and Kampf can be the dependable players that they look to be. But on paper, no, they don't look better than last year. Mrazek and Campbell definitely need to be on a similar level to what they played last year, and the big guys need to do it again in the regular season. Playoffs, if there is a playoffs, they need to they need to take it up a notch. Overall, I do like the outlook of this team, but damn, the Leafs are in tough this year. Their division is stacked, and only time will tell if the additions they've made are enough. As for now, it's wait and see. From my perspective, the Leafs will be in a fight for that playoff spot, for that 3-4 spot. Maybe the pressure they need to succeed. Maybe it's a tough go to get in the playoffs, and then they just carry that on and get through the first round. Time will tell. So, that's it from me. Comment down below your thoughts on the Leafs offseason, where you predict them to land in the playoff picture, purely based on their current roster versus the rosters for the teams in their division. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for stopping by. If you like this video, please click like. If you want to see more videos, hit subscribe, check them out, and take care, everyone. Oh, go Leafs go.